beautiful people. Welcome to Lifestyle Talk Show 2026 edition. Yes, this is the first time of you seeing my beautiful face on the screen on Karma TV. I'm back again to give to you back-to-back talk of entertainment, music, production, artwork, marriage, relationship, happenings, artwork, tailoring, fashion, luxury, sports, and anything that has to do with lifestyle. I mean everything in between. My name is Dorabi, and guess the channel we are now. Most I keep quiet for you. I welcome you once again to Lifestyle Talk Show on Karma TV with your host Dorabi. I'm back again in 2026 with another vibe that will motivate you, educate you, enlighten you, and inform you more what is happening within your environment and far beyond what you can see. Let's go on a short break. I'll be right back with my guest, first guest of the year. Welcome back if you're just joining us. This is Lifestyle Talk Show, live and direct on your screen on Karma TV YouTube channel. My name is Dorabi. You know now, anything lifestyle is Dorabi, and anything Dorabi has to do with lifestyle on Karma TV. Call me lifestyle when you see me outside there. With me in the studio today is our how will I introduce him? Is our no other person but the man that loves to read, to explore, getting more knowledge when it comes to reading. I mean anything black and white. When I tell you anything black and white, it has to do with book. So anything book, he explore more, he gain more experience, and he love doing this. He has achieved so much in doing this. Don't let me introduce him so much because he has a lot to say. So in the process, his name is Tonga Ngaka. You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Nice having you in the studio.
Thank you.
You know what? You are my first guest in the year 2026. I'm so excited. After me trying severally, I'm able to make it up to you, and you are able to make it up to me to satisfy my want to bring you to the studio today.
Thank you very much.
Compliment of the season.
Yeah, same to you.
Also, how can you introduce yourself to our audience to know you proper?
Alright then. So I am Tongjal Wongaka Numbula. I am a book designer, a private tutor, certified teacher, yes, and digital creator.
The man who explore in reading. Seriously, that's what you do. Did I lie?
No.
You love reading.
Yeah, I do.
So you know we have people who learn during let me say why getting attraction from audiovisual. This is what we are doing.
Yeah.
But there are some people like you. They gain their knowledge from black and white, which is reading, book and pen. So I think you are part of them. During your days, I know you during our NYC days, what impact did you make?
Alright. Before I answer the question, recently I started to watch movies seriously. This year I've watched 8 movies so far.
Oh.
Today is it 12th or 13th today?
For today is 14th.
Today's 14th, so I've watched 8 movies so far. I watched the 8th one yesterday, and then I've been listening to a lot of music as well. A lot of music. I think I explored quite a number of people on Spotify. I think the number of artists I follow now are approaching 1,000.
Wow.
Maybe around 800 to 900, like that.
What?
So from music, from movies, and what other means of communication again? Just about any you can think of.
Entertainment on social media, entertainment news.
Generally. So the point I'm trying to make is my learning is not just restricted to books. Right?
You want to quote me wrong?
No, I'm not quoting you wrong, but I'm saying that while it is true that some people prefer to learn through a specific means,
yes,
I'm saying that I have begun, like,
so
I'm now exploring diverse. I'm not moderating my reading. I'm reading more still, but I'm beginning to like learn from different other mediums, not just books. Yeah. So the question about NYSC, During NYSC, I did a CDS project called Yola Reads, Books and Lifelong Learning. So that project held from 9th June to 19th July. So for that period, we were meeting at the National Library from 10 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. every Saturday. And the program was designed to bring in people from 13 years old upwards. So to get these kind of people, we reached out to schools, and then some other people that are from 13 upwards within the community, fellow core members, and all of that. We meet at National Library of Nigeria, Adamawa State Branch. So we met during that period. The aim was to read this particular book and then to foster the love for reading and promote literacy. Then afterwards, after the program, the project ended 19th July. That was the beginning of Yola Reads Reading Club. So we now have Yola Reads Reading Club that ran from that 19th July to the third Saturday in December. And by the grace of God, we are resuming the session for 2026 this Saturday. And we'll keep meeting every Saturday until the third Saturday of December.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
just to spread the joy of learning, especially through reading books.
Is there any way you improve people who don't even have much energy to read for a long time?
Oh, that's a very interesting question. Yes, one way we do it is now we don't insist that club members come to the library every Saturday.
Okay.
I'm like responding to the people that are members of the club now, because we sure have people that have not been able to develop that resilience to sit for that time in each day to read. So they don't come every Saturday. Those people, like in a month, they can come like twice. It's not as if we told them to not come every time, but they themselves, they decide, okay, I cannot be able to make it. Some can be constrained of work and all of this, but I believe strongly that there are people who, when we told them the first time, the response was, that long? People sit for that long reading? Yes, we actually sit to read and talk for that period of time. But I'm now following that to say, I'm assuming some of those people don't come every Saturday because of that constraint. So how we cater to them still is that after we finish our meeting at the library on Saturday, we now like bring in the major points into the WhatsApp group, and then we have conversations around, not necessarily summary. It can just be a question that somebody is asking because of what we've read.
Okay.
So you bring to the WhatsApp group, and then people respond. Okay, those who were there, those who were not there, bringing different perspectives to answer the question and understand better.
Wow, that's lovely.
We are discussing.
You creating let me say a reading club in Yola. I know it's a passion and it's an act of sharing knowledge and improving people in order to learn more, reading books about 90s and happenings around us. Now, my question is, how will people get to know you? You know, I could remember when we were co-members, you put this to our group chats, we post to different platforms. Now, how will this medium help those who are yet core members and those who are still a core member that does not met you during your service here? You know, there is this many ways we communicate, we get people to know this is what we do. How will you make that balance, this thing? How will you balance the equation?
Okay, so I think first of all, this is a very, very, very sweet spot to say thank you to Kamati, and thanks to you as well to have me here, because basically what we are doing right now is also reaching more people.
Okay.
Exactly. So this is one of the mediums, having to go on interviews like this, and then the strategy we are also using this year, by the grace of God, we are going to be producing handbills, and then bookmarks. Bookmarks are like what people call book divider, but the proper name is actually bookmarks. So we're going to like write the information there so that our club members, the plan is when we come for meetings every Saturday, each person gets an extra. So we give you one, and then you go with another extra one so that you give somebody else. So we believe that strategy makes it spread. And then the handbills too, the same thing. We give you like 2 each person, give to another 2 people, and the handbill, you can even drop it maybe in the tricycle movie. You can maybe drop it while you go to church or mosque. So like I've been me myself, I've picked up flyers to read stuff and get information. So I believe like that avenue too works. And we also have social media platforms. We opened them in December on X as Yola Reads Reading Club at Yola Reads RC, and then Facebook too. We have a page Yola Reads RC, and then we have a WhatsApp channel. So reaching core members, some of our member club executives especially right now, some of them are from NYSC, and then we have club members too who also are in NYSC. Some have finished, some are still core members. So through all of these mediums I mentioned, we are putting in the work to spread further.
Quick one before we go on short break. I want to ask you, what are the testimonies you've gotten in doing this?
Oh wow, testimonies.
Yes.
I always like to point to this girl. I'll say her name, but she is part of the club, and she's currently in her senior secondary. I guess it's 1 or 2. She comes from Yola South to the club at the National Library
Every Saturday.
There was time she came for a period quite consistently, regularly, but as we approached December, it kind of declined. So I guess maybe because even the way to reach her, I think she was not having a phone, so we were able to like get a number that we can reach out to say, oh no, how far we're not seeing you and all of that. But I also interpreted like, okay, break also is approaching, so probably, but she was quite consistent. And what I've seen about her is the time she came, when we were doing the reading sessions, she struggled to pronounce some words while we read. But then you see that every time she comes, a word that she struggled with before, she no longer struggles with. So the moment you like correct her part time, she begins to like pick up and do better. So it's not as if she could not read better
at all,
but with every experience,
at average level,
there's improvement, little by little by little. And then for some of us collectively in the group, when we come to meet like that in the group, it's very easy for us to put away our phones, because when we're having that reading session, the way the reading is that we are reading a book and then we read from cover to cover, not in one sitting necessarily, but we read from cover to cover, and the way the reading is done, that each person reads like a certain number of paragraphs. So one page actually, each person reads a page after turns, and then you read aloud.
On the other side.
No, from the, let's say we start from page 1, I read page 1, the next person reads page 2, 3, like that. It goes round and round until the end of the session. So in between we like take breaks, maybe somebody has a question to ask, maybe we want to Google something to be sure of what we are reading, or check the dictionary. So that like constitutes the breaks for us. So being able to do that kind of reading, of course you can't be on your phone and be present. So being able to put our phones for that number of hours is also something that's really helped. At least personally for me, I know how I'm able to stay on something now for long, because of not having to meet every Saturday for 3 hours doing nothing but reading, talking around what you are reading. So that resilience it has built in some of us, being able to focus on something that is not just mere scrolling and entertainment. So that has been like a very positive benefit.
Thank you. Let's go on a short break. We'll be right back. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Lifestyle Talk Show with your lifestyle girl Dorabi on Karma TV, your best channel ever on YouTube. Don't forget to follow all our social media handle. And in continuation of my discussion with my guest, before we went on short break, we discussed about how you understand how long people read, the improvements, and we discussed many things. So my question to you now is that what did you see as the future of this? Because you said you already have social media handle like Twitter, X handle, Facebook. I think maybe you have a Telegram handle too.
Not yet.
Channel, not yet.
WhatsApp channel.
Yes.
We have WhatsApp.
You have WhatsApp channel. So Telegram is coming up.
Perhaps.
We are having very soon hope to have websites and so and finally you will have Instagram where people will be able to have access to books they needed and be like, let me go to Yola Reads to ask for this book. And so what is the connection this project has brought your way? I mean, achievements, connection, and excitement, even the future you see in this.
So about the plans for Yola Reads, we spent December planning precisely for this year, more like setting templates for what we'll be doing for the long term. So one of the things we first of all, our primary objective now is to ensure that our meetings hold every Saturday, to not miss any of our sessions no matter what. So we want to establish that strength and consistency. The other target is to have members. Let's have at least 3 members from all of the higher institutions in Yola. That's like one of our major targets as well. Because some of the other initiatives we're having in mind, like going to schools to establish reading clubs, for us to be able to do that, we have to use members of the club, people who have experienced the beauty of reading and they see the value in it. So these are the people that we would like to work with to go and spread the message eventually. So for us to be able to have very passionate volunteers that understand what we are doing, they have to also be in the experience with us. So for this year, we don't plan to do any outreaches as such. We're just going to be immersing ourselves in the experience, and then also hoping that everyone who is part of the experience this year will come out better. Our focus is history, studying history, economics, politics, and culture. We believe like these are the things that sort of like that constitutes the backbone of society. This is like what society stands on. So, and our approach is, our primary focus is Nigeria, our secondary focus is Africa, and then the tertiary focus is the world. So our major emphasis is understanding Nigeria, the history of Nigeria, the politics in Nigeria, the economics in Nigeria, the culture in Nigeria, and then spreading through from that outwards.
Wow.
Yep. So for now, it's more of dreaming ourselves, working and understanding better what we are doing, and maybe subsequently we now start beginning to go out and share the experience with other people.
Wow, that's interesting.
And then also, we have an idea that we are still playing around with, creating a segment in Yola Reads for creators, creative people, whether writer, content creator, anybody at all that is part of the creative economy today. We realize that what you have in Nigeria is most people do their crafts without having like solid understanding, solid knowledge
of what they are doing. Yes.
We have IP issues, copyright issues, and all
yes, you are
so
right.
we are trying to create a segment in Yola Reads that will cater specifically to these people.
That make people learn more about this.
Yeah. So for that one is that we're actually thinking of a eventually you hear us.
It's time go to help us.
Yeah,
you coming with this idea, even me, I've learned and I've known much more than I knew before.
Yeah.
So now my question is, where did you get this idea from? And for how long have you been like, did you grow to see yourself love reading, or you have somebody you look up to as a role model, or you have somebody who trigger you to do this?
I have an answer to all your questions.
Yeah, it's 3 questions at a time.
Yeah.
First,
I'll start from where the idea came from, right?
Yes.
So for that very question, I think I'm trying to shorten it because it's quite a story.
Yeah.
I know that when I was coming to Yola for NYSC, I resolved not to do anything.
Okay.
Because I've spent, I graduated from secondary school in 2017. Then towards the end of that year, I started exploring literary communities in Jos, where I grew up. Spent the rest of my they gave it to me. They have been there.
Your days are spent in Jos.
Just
we were spent in Jos.
So for the whole of that period after graduating from secondary school, I started to look for communities to belong, and I found the literary communities in Jos. And since then, everything I've been doing, whether play-wise, whether to just hang out, whether to like start doing, even my career revolves around books. Books, literacy, education, public education, and all of those things.
Wow.
So that's like formed the direction that
that's
where
you get the direction from.
Yeah. So I've been busy up and about from that 2018 in Jos, from one event to another, volunteering here and doing all of those things. So my thought was, when I come for NYC, I'm going to rest. I'm not going to be doing
not knowing you explore more.
Then the idea came and I could not say no. So now I think the second thing I'm about to say answers the other question. Is there somebody that serves like an encouragement? So there's this Lendun Tunchama. He is a digital creator who is doing very well currently. He's the one behind the YouTube channel Afrinometry, and his other handles bears his name, Lendun Tunchama. So Lendun, I met him in the literary space in Jos, and he has been doing this whole thing like way before I came into the space. So he currently he's like one of the co-founders of Gentle Reads Community Library. I don't know if you see a clue there. Gentle Reads, Yola Reads. So the inspiration for the name came from
when I saw it, I was like, why Gentle Reads? Yes, I observed it, but you know, I'll not put mind. I would have asked you, what's it all about?
So Gentle Reads, we like got the inspiration for Yola Reads from Gentle Reads. And the surprising thing is, somebody was joking that Gentle Reads, Gentle is actually like a small community inside of Jos. Just like you have, for example, now you have, let's say, Bekaji.
We have Jimeta inside.
No, let's say Bekaji.
Inside Jimeta.
You have Bekaji inside Yola. Right? So if I'm going to like be on the same level with Gentle Reads, it's going to be like Bekaji Reads. But we went the upper level.
You stepped up.
And I never thought about it until this person mentioned. So I'm like, oh well, interesting, but it doesn't change the fact that the inspiration for the name came from there, and also the energy to do the work, because we see how the transformation that's happening at Gentle Reads is also a strong source of encouragement for us to press on with Yola Reads.
Future. You're seeing this and doing this, you know, from Gentle Reads to Yola Reads that covers the whole state. You made mention of the primary assignment, which is in state. You made mention of the
primary Nigeria,
sorry,
secondary,
the
Africa.
Secondary, the Africa, why the tertiary is the whole world. So which feature did you see in this?
So the future is in the people that are part of the club.
Wow.
So if we have a society of people that are able to sit right amidst all of the noise around, like so much information. Somebody was, a friend was joking yesterday, and she said, I was asking her, when are you going to release a book for us, because she writes quite frequently on Facebook, and she was like, don't expect any book. That she personally thinks all the books that should be written have been written, and so what we just need right now is less information and more of discernment. And there's some element of truth in what she said. The element of the truth is that there's so much information for us right now, such that we have almost no time to sit and process the much we have in front of us. And then one of the things we also like observe is, you find in our society it's easy for people to go and protest or call out certain issues without even understanding what you are protesting against. So what we are trying to do in the club is, like, among ourselves, as we nurture this habit of loving to read and lifelong learning, we're now able to challenge it into our own lives. That, okay, when I'm confronted with an information, I'm able to patiently sit with it properly understand what is happening here, and then be able to make more informed and intelligent choices with my life. So if now the benefit you have of being able to learn better about the situation that surrounds you, then bigger levels like that, and whether you like it or not, the politics of the society, it affects you.
Yes.
The economics of the society affects you. The culture around you affects you as well. The history also affects you. So if you have like a wide grasp of how the dynamics of these things are through the reading, we strongly believe, I still strongly believe that reading is one of the most effective ways for you to equip yourself to succeed.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for imparting us, and coming by honoring my invite.
Thank you so much.
Yes, because it took me a long time.
I'm glad we're able to do that.
Seriously, I'm excited, and I really appreciate your presence here.
Thank you so much.
It's an honor. This is what we shall be calling it a wrap on Lifestyle Talk Show with your lifestyle girl Dora B on Kama TV. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media handle: Facebook Kama TV, Instagram Kama TV, TikTok handle Kama TV, and subscribe. Click on that subscribe button and follow us so that anytime we have new updates, you will see it.
Yep.
And you will be notified that Dora is here, Kama is here for news updates and anything that has to do with happening around you, both far and near. As I always say, your lifestyle is your style and your style is your life. You understand? Your lifestyle is your style and your style is your lifestyle. Live it and love it, so be able to be proud of yourself. Thank you.
Thank you.